Hey Skill City, JHW here, and today we're going to go over how to do Chambers of Xerics on a level 3 skiller. I'm here with Chloe, A-People, and your favorite level 3 zombie. So, to start this off while we're sitting here bullshitting, because they're talking about how many raids we're going to do after this, you know, getting their coffee and whatnot, got to get prepared in real life. On the left-hand side, you'll notice where it says Puzzle Ice Demon, Puzzle Unknown. Unknown is thieving. We know in this case because Zombie was nice enough to hop on mobile, and you can see it on mobile apparently. I don't know. This is new to me. And then we have Combat Shamans, Combat Mystics, and Combat Guardians. Above that, you see the SP, SFP, yada yada yada. S is for scavs. Those are the rooms where on a level 3 we could potentially die. Luckily, they tanked those for me. There's some shortcuts in some of the rooms. We'll go over that when we get there. F is going to be where you're going to farm. Since we're moving now. Boulder we can't do for the shortcut. It's a strength one. So we just stand here and look like an idiot while they push it. And then we're able to safely navigate through here without going the long way and getting attacked by the scavengers. First room is Ice Demon. So here you're going to chop the trees. If you chop one, as soon as you get that XP drop, you click the next one. As long as you move, it's a tick manip, you'll chop it faster. You want to get 28 of those. That's where it caps out at. And then once you get 28, you're going to drop them over by the brazier. You don't want to light it right away. Get a few stacks, you know. Usually people aren't nice and they won't share with you. You'll have to do your own, so you won't get as many points. But in this scenario, they were dropping them for me, so I get the most points to better show this to you guys. So you just repeat this. It's really easy, simple, and it's actually a lot of points too. So you'll see me do this over and over again for like probably a few seconds, maybe a minute. Notice I got 28. I'm going to the pile. I'm going to drop them over there. Now in this room for the mains, that light side that you see Mr. PVMer on, that's going to be the side that's safe. If it's light, it's safe. The other side is dark. Each time you do Ice Demon, one will be light, one will be dark. Dark side is going to be the dangerous side. So everyone that wants to just be lazy can stand on the light side, and then you need one person over there on the dark. I think they got this mixed up. I don't think Chloe was meant to be over there. We're waiting on Hunter. He's scavenging, getting some planks so that I can build the chest to get some points off of that as well. It's a lot easier when someone does it off the rip. You can tell my ADHD was kicking in. I'm right-clicking everything. There's the planks. I picked up some other stuff because he dropped them on the same pile. So you right-click build. He gave me enough planks. I'm 99 construction. I built the highest one, and it put my points up to 480 over there on the left-hand side. You'll notice it when I get out of the bank. Yep, I had 480. And then from putting these kindlings in, you'll notice how much my points spike. They told me they were ready. Yeah, it's just a fuck ton of points. It's amazing. Put me from 480 to 5,552. Nice. You're going to get to watch them swap sides when they realize they're on the wrong ones. They know better. They just did this for, you know, purposes so you can learn. Show you what not to do. And by the way, as a level 3 skiller, you do not want to stand at that bank chest because he will kill you. Yeah, if you're on the light side in the main, you don't have to pray range. They just had it up because they had a little hiccup and had to swap sides. From killing Ice Demon, he's going to drop some supplies that you noticed I picked up earlier. These are the supplies that are used to make the restores, the overloads, the brews, stuff like that for the mains. We'll get into that in a little bit. It's another scav room. This is one without a shortcut, so I have to run through. So in order for me to get through, they body block. Now, the mains don't want to kill them if you're going through, because if they kill them, they can spawn on you. It's happened before. They hit 15, so even if you're overhealed, you're done for. That's it. But notice how they got them distracted, so I can run through. Being a helpful teammate, picking up some more supplies. This room right here with the bats, this is the farming room. This is where you'll be doing all the prepping. The psych bats that I have highlighted are the level 90 bats. They give you the most points. You just want to cook them and then damage yourself with a rock cake, or you actually get double points if you let someone else on your team hurt themselves somehow and then eat them. Thieving chests, same concept as the ice demon. Instead of chopping, you're just stealing from chests. I have the CoX thieving plugin, so it shows me the highlighted ones, which is chance to poison you, but one of them has bats in it that are already cooked, and that's just free points, so you want to go for those. I think the poison only hits 3, so just watch out for that, don't die. Up to 3, I should say. There you go, there's a 3. Now, if you're speedrunning, you don't want to have to go all the way out of the way to get the bats, but just to show you that the bats are there. I dropped them on the ground for them in case they needed them. I could have put them in the chest. I guess I wasn't thinking. You want to make sure you have 28 worms, or in this case, cavern grubs. Now, if you don't have mains, there are alts that are helping you. Probably best not to drop them because someone else might turn them in, or they might just turn them in without you and get points, and you won't get any points, so you might want to turn them in whenever you can. Depends on who you're raiding with. You can work that out with them. Now, it does cap eventually, so you can't just sit here and do this like all day. Like, I think it's depending on the players that are in there. I'm not sure how many worms you could do, but at least like 3 or 4 piles should be fine. You'll know when it stops capping. I mean, you can get extra if you want. It's just going to be added time onto the raid. Oh, there we go. That's why I dropped the bats. Hunter wanted to eat them. They said they were ready. I started putting them in. Notice my points skyrocketing. Put me up to 14,502. They also dropped some more of those supplies. Now, where they went down at over here, once they go down, it unlocks, you see how it says in the chat box, upper level complete. If I was stuck way back because I got left behind or whatever the reason is, as long as someone else is ranked and I'm not the host, like you can be the host as long as someone else is ranked. You can log out, log back in, and it'll put you right up there. But considering I can't do any of the combat rooms, I decided that I'll start doing some of the prepping, show you guys how to do that. So you just chop the sapling, light it on fire, use the bat on it. Hurt yourself, eat it. Just have to hurt yourself with 1 damage, that's all you have to do. As long as you're healing 1 damage or more, you will get the points for it. Now, because they didn't do Mystics yet, Mystics drop seeds. there's another way you can get seeds, which is convenient in this raid. You can bring the rake, and when we get there I'll show you, but you can rake a pile, and then from raking the pile you'll get seeds. It just speeds up the raid if you get the prepping done early. And it's always right here at the top level. Well, any level, like wherever the drop down is. You'll want Golpar, Buchu, and the Nox. Get as many as you want, but for this purpose I just grabbed a couple. They'll get more at Mystics anyways. Now they will automatically cook, but if you click them like I just did, it's like a one tick, kind of like doing Karambwans. So you always want to, if you're going to make overloads, you need to start with the Nox, and then make sure you plant the other one as a Buchu. You don't need Buchu for overloads, but it's just, you'll see what I do. Easier if you bank all your extra stuff that you no longer need. Now you need one of these Nox per overload. Usually everyone only needs one. I like to make double just in case for every person, just in case they die, they have more supplies to go in with. So in this case I grabbed, as you can see, 6 of them. Then you want to clear it and put the Golpar there because you need the Golpar. You need 3 of those per overload. Buchu is going to be mainly for brews and restores, but you can also make prayer enhances with them, which you want to make 1 for every overload you make. You come over here, you get the vials from that branch that's sticking out, and then you use them on the little water pile, the geyser looking thing, and it just fills them up. Typical herblore stuff. Now this is where you need these little supplies that we got earlier. Clean the herbs. So I'm starting with the enhancements. By using a Buchu on the water with those Sicily leaves, the weed looking leaf, you can make prayer enhances. Since we were making 6 overloads, I made 6 prayer enhances. For these Golpars, remember I said we need 3 per Nox in order to make an overload. So you set this to 1 or 2, whatever you're doing. I'll start with doing 1. Make 1 Elder. Then make 1 Kodai. And then make 1 Twisted. Then you just use the Nox on any of the 3. And it makes an overload. In order to make those, you need the supplies corresponding right there in the inventory. The mushrooms, the juice, and the Sicily. Same thing. Second one done. It's normally a lot faster when you have it more planned out and stuff and you're doing it. I was kind of just trying to explain this when I made the video. Unfortunately, I had to do a voiceover instead because something happened with the mic. So we got the bare minimum of 3. We'll make the other 3 later. We'll get on. Once you have those, you just want to get a whole bunch of Buchus. And as you can see in the chat, it tells you what they're up to. They just killed the Skeletal Mystic, so you can also keep tabs on how far along your teammates are. It's a lot helpful, or more helpful, I should say, if you just do like an inventory of Buchus, inventory of the vials and stuff, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, most of the time, the mains that are with you are going to grab the vials for you because they have Humidify. It's just a lot faster. So for brews, you need the juices. That's why I took the 148 juices out. And then it's just one leaf and one vial. It makes the brews. The reason I took the mushrooms out is because those are for the restores. So you want 3 of the yellow brews per 1 of the restores. You're going to make a whole bunch more than that, but that's just like the ratio you want to aim for. Now, how many the mains in your raid need, it depends on the mains. Like, some people are just take no damage. Some people take more damage. Some people die. I like to just overstock it so that no matter what the scenario is, it's perfect for anybody. And once you get a feel for like what they do and how much they use, then you can plan accordingly and adjust it and start getting bats and going for extra points. Yeah, it helps to have the spade. Now, grabbing these herbs, anyone can help you, but the way it works is like if you have 99 farming, you're less likely to deplete the patch. So it's better for someone with 99 farming or just stick with one person doing it. And you'll notice here how my inventory is full and I'm still picking them. They will keep popping up on the floor underneath me. So if you want to like AFK or run and go to the bathroom or something, you could just keep picking and then you'll have a pile of them on the ground. Yeah, the Sicily we're done with. That's only for overloads and enhancements. So we're going to make some more brews. I've just learned that when you focus on making a lot of brews first and then worry about the restores after, it helps, speeds things up when you start with like one specific potion. Just make sure you don't overdo it because you need to have some restores or else the brews are pointless. Granted, while you're overloaded, you don't need to restore after using brews, but you know, you're going to be using or not you, but the mains are going to be using a lot of prayer while they're in the Olm fight, so they need those. It's actually not that bad. It's kind of relaxing. You gotta have a lot of time on your hands, you know. Raids are about 30 minutes, possibly longer depending on the group you're with, sometimes shorter. Yeah, they just reached the lower level completion, so they're ready for Ulm now. So it's a good thing we were prepping early, because now they're pretty much set. You got 20 restores, 62 brews. Since they were set on those, and they can start on their first attempt, I forgot that I needed the extra overloads, just in case. You never know, like stuff happens, you get stacked out, or someone DCs, or someone just gets unlucky and dies. It's better to have some extra supplies so they're not running around in there trying to fight for their life and resupply themselves. Plus, even if they don't need it, they can grab the supplies as they come back in, and then the supplies that are on the ground, the other raiders can pick that up if they run out or run low on their supplies. Prevent some deaths, because every time people die, they lose points, and it's a big chunk of points too. So gotta do 3 of each, since I'm making 3 overloads. It's 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green per Nox. Just to reiterate that. Make sure the prayer enhances equal the overloads. Make some more restores just in case. Make some more brews just in case. To clarify, the Xerics Aid is the brew, and then the revitalization, or however you pronounce it, that's the restores. It's the same colors as in the game. Yellow is brew, the pink is restore. from them sipping my overloads. You notice over there I circled it. I have 19,000 points. You'll get points for people sipping overloads as long as they don't pick them up off of the monsters they kill or like the little mini bosses they kill along the way. If they sip one of those first, you're not going to get any points. Also depends on who you're raiding with. And because I did way more than enough on supplies, I can work on bats to get myself some selfish points. We want the omelet at the end of the day, don't we? There's 3 different kinds of bats. I highlighted the one with the P because it's the highest level one, so you get more points off of them. The bats that spawn also, it determines off of everyone's hunter level, but I have 99, so I'm chilling. You can cut the sapling here. You light a fire with the sapling, and then just use the one bat at a time. This is how slow it is when you're not tick manipulating it, just to show an example. It's not too bad. Damage yourself and then eat the bats, your points go up. I mean, most of the time when I'm raiding with friends and stuff, I'll have more points than the people doing the combat just because of all the selfish stuff I do, so. Not to mention them sipping my potions. Now you see I'm already over 20,000 points. You're probably not going to see that often if you're playing with people and they're not dropping you the worms and dropping you their saplings for like Ice Demon Room. You're not going to see nearly that much. You'll probably see like 7 to 10,000, maybe a little more like 12,000, 14,000. But I was getting like 20,000 to 25,000 all day today because of them helping me. So it definitely helps to play with people that are going to help you. It helps if you offer them your purples if you get them. All I care about is the omelet, so that's my only mission. Because they're in the lower level completed already, I can log out and log back in. As long as it's the same world, it'll put me back in. It'll put me up to where they are. You would obviously keep doing bats and keep going for points the whole time, but just to show you, it puts you right here. You can go down, you can watch them. Now, these tiles I'm marking, avoid those because there's area attacks inside that will actually do damage to you through the door because it hits 2 tiles away. So just, yeah, don't stand there. Trust me, I've learned the hard way. I usually stay like 5 tiles back just to be safe, or I'll stand by the bank. Standing by the bank is perfectly fine. Yep. See, I said that spot's good. Yes. This spot bad. No. Just to drill that into your head. I mean, it's your points. You'll lose like half your points if you die, so you can test it if you want. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you do that, at least for Thieving and Ice Demon, if you play with Zombie and Chloe and Hunter, that's like their favorite. They will always go for those two for the skillers. You can do pretty much every puzzle. I don't do crabs because they do damage to you, and the only way to get points in there is if one's attacking you when the puzzle's ending. And things can go wrong, so I'm not risking it. But like tightrope, just wait till all the NPCs are dead, or if there's one left, one of the mains can just distract it, just pull aggro, and then you can cross the tightrope, pick up the crystal, come back over the tightrope, and then unlock the room. That gives you like maybe 400, 600 points. It's nothing like too crazy. Definitely not comparable to Ice Demons and Thieving. Crabs, I usually just let them do it, and I avoid the room. The other puzzle that you saw them doing, or not puzzle, but that combat room, Guardians, it's you use a pickaxe and you like basically hit them with the pickaxe as like a mining type puzzle-ish thing. You get combat XP, so I would avoid that. And you don't want to walk near them either because they will slash you. And since I went over bats, some people might have higher fishing. You can do fishing, but you need a fishing rod, and then one of the mains has to kill the scavs, and they drop the little fishing bait that's in here, and then you can use that. The only problem with that is it has like a chance of spawning like this pickle Rick looking eel, I think it is. I'm not too sure, but it pops up and you have a few seconds to run away. If you don't, it chomps you, it does damage, and it takes away half the fish out of your inventory. It's just a really annoying nuisance. So for like AFKing purposes, I would prefer the bats for sure. And if one farming room that you pass has bats, then the other one's going to have the fish, so you can work that out accordingly. You'll always have at least two farming rooms. You can tell they're on the last phase because you can see that Olm head, the dragon looking head, it's lighting up green and then popping away. That's how you know it's on the last phase. So once they kill these two hands, they have to kill the hands at the same exact time, and then they can kill the head, and then they're done. So if you're in a Discord call with your buddies that you're raiding with, and you're doing your bats and stuff, and one of them streaming, you can keep an eye to know like when you should come to the end. You don't have to come to the end. You can be anywhere in the raid and still get the omelet if you pull it, but you'll only get that if you get a purple. It's just I like to be for quick and easy exits. Just be ready and watch them, support them. Make sure they're not dying on you, losing your points. They lose their own points for like the first 2 times dying, I think, maybe 3. And then after that, they start taking away from the team, so that goes for you as well. As you can see, it's been 32 minutes of the raid so far. Just to give you a rough idea of how long these raids take. You only need 1 point to have a chance at getting anything. It's just going to be a very, very shitty chance. So get as many points as you possibly can. If you're just leeching for KC, you don't even have to get any points. You just have to be in the raid. You'll see those crystals falling from the sky. Those are the bomb things that when they hit like 2 tiles away. So specifically in this one where you see Chloe standing by the big portal door, it would spawn them there, and that's why I don't stand there, because I would get hit through the door. She's not doing anything wrong. It's just, the way the game is. You don't want to die through the door. Now, if you really want to flex on people, you can go in there and try to stay alive, but as you can see all the damage they're getting dealt, good luck. And I don't recommend doing that because, you know, we need the points. And that's the kill. We didn't get lucky in here, unfortunately, but out of 90,000 points and 4 people, 20,000 is pretty good, I'd say. Now that white light would be purple if you got something good. I mean, you still get some herbs and some like gems and stuff. It's not bad. You have a chance at a dark relic, which is cool. It's like an XP lamp. But for the purpose of scouting, if you have a rank, you click this board, click make party. Then you just go and enter in. You don't want to do anything with a V, so you see the Vasa, you want to right click the stairs and reload. I got Vanguards, that's a V, reload. Vasa with a V, reload. No Vs, but the combats are unknown. We don't know what they are, and it could be the Vs, so we don't want to risk it. V for Vanguard. Usually it only takes like 2 or 3 reloads. I'm getting extremely unlucky, but I guess it's good for the purpose of explaining. This is just to speed it up if you want to scout for your team while they're taking a bathroom break or whatever. The best to look for is the Ice Demon and Thieving. Those are where you're going to get the majority of your points. That would have been perfect if the combats weren't unknown. This is just proof my RNG is so ass. Like, it normally takes like 1 or 2 reloads. Unreal. Well, anyways, you get the point. So that's how you would go about prepping, surviving, getting your points. Hopefully you'll get some purples, maybe even an omelet. Don't do that, I'll be jealous. That's it for this guide. Thank you guys so much for watching. JHW is out.